Hey guys, the next thing I want to talk about is getting work done on your home here. Um, it's a pretty hard thing to do. Um, Almost all of the advertising for any type of contracting or anything like that is done on Facebook. In the States, you go online and you put a contractor's name in there or something like that, and it'll pop up with their own website most of the time. And things about the company and phone numbers and address. But here it's mainly Facebook, and I usually let my wife deal with the contractors working on the houses because she knows how to deal with them. I was a contractor in the States, and I have never ever seen anything like this. But then again, we're not in the States. This is a whole different culture, and the one thing is expect to pay for the materials yourself. She insists on going and getting the materials herself. She does not want to give them the money to go get the materials, or she will go with them to get the materials and pay for them there. If you give them just a wad of money for the materials that they say they need, most of the money's going in their pocket. It's not going for the materials. So the other thing is, once they start working, the first day they want a pretty good chunk of money when they're done that day. Usually half of the money, and they're not even started yet. And she'll tell them, no, I'll give you this much for today, because that's how much work you did. And what I have noticed most of the time is at lunchtime or thereabouts, so anywhere from 10 o'clock in the morning till 1 in the afternoon, they're gone. That's lunch. So 3 hour lunch. And then sometimes they don't even come back after that. But most of the time before they go, they want some money. So what she will normally do is tell them food is included. So she'll make their lunch so they're not leaving, which is pretty smart. And she pays, she wants a contract price. She wants a full price before they start. And then, give them a little bit at a time so everybody's happy and they keep working. But once you give them, we've had it happen on the first day where you give them, a few pesos, and then you don't see them for 2 or 3 days. What happened? Where'd you go? And she's actually gone to their houses before and asked them, what are you doing? You're supposed to be here working. What's going on? And, oh, my foot hurts, or I got a toothache, or, something like that. So it's best to if you have a Filipino wife here, let her handle it. That's what I do. It's much easier. I will say that the majority of them do nice work. We've got a guy in our area right here that did our tile work, and then we've got another guy in right here that did our gates and handrails. Beautiful work. I mean, absolutely beautiful work. Very, very happy and reasonably priced. So it's not a matter of, decent work. It's just a matter of keeping them on the job and, not overpaying them too soon, because like I said, chances are you won't see them again for a few days. So that's that about working on the houses. The next thing is your car. If you need a car repaired, done, like our Hyundai, we took it into a shop who was having a problem with it idling. I think it's what it was. But anyway, you can hardly find anybody here with a scanner. And I did find a shop, big, it's a national chain here, and went there. And what did they say the car needed? I can't remember what it was, but it was the total bill. They told me the estimate was like 28,000 pesos, parts and labor. And I said, okay, go ahead and fix it. And they said, no, you need to come and give a deposit. And I have never, ever, never had to give a deposit for a national chain to work on one of my vehicles. But yeah, I had to go and give them a deposit. It was the fuel pump. That's what it was. They had to put a new fuel pump in the car. And the deposit was like 12,000 pesos. So I gave them the money, and they fixed the car regardless. But I was shocked, another culture shock, that I had to give a national chain a deposit to work on the car. Now I will say, in Pasig, there's another national chain there, different, that has done work on the car. And the bills have been fairly high there also, 25 to 30,000, and they don't ask for a deposit at all. I think what it might be, and I could be wrong, is that the first national chain is kind of in Dutch with their suppliers. Maybe a little bit behind on the bills or things like that, and the supplier won't send them parts unless they pay for them, COD. That's possible. But I know the second one, like I said, that national chain in Pasig, no problem. You take the car in there, whatever it needs, they'll let you know, text you or call you or whatever. Here's what's wrong. Here's what it needs, and they'll fix it. And then when it's done, they call you, text you or whatever, and tell you, it's ready. Come on and get it. And when you go, you pay the bill, just like normal. So the other thing is here, it's hard to use a credit card. Well, a lot of places don't accept credit cards. And when they do, the rate they charge is pretty high. So most of the time, we'll just, pay them cash to where we don't have to pay that high handling fee, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's a couple things, but you can find good people to do good work for you. It's just not easy. And, like the other day, I was talking about the one unit that burnt down, our rental unit. And my wife went over there with the contractor we use all the time, who's worked on those before, and our house in Pasig. And he does nice work. But they went to look at it before she found out that they can't work on it yet. They went over there and got a materials list, and she gave him some money to pick up the materials the next morning and then go over there and go to work. Well, he called her first thing in the morning, I can't go, and blah, 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 you know how it goes. So you need to be careful about that. Try to use people or somebody that somebody else knows pretty well, to where you don't run into problems. So anyway, that's another thing. So we'll talk to you tomorrow.